Good day, all you dark weavers. Skitter your way into the stinky dragon. Guzzle our latest gulp. Web and flow. It's a mixture of strongly brewed necro coffee, a bite of honey, murky almond milk, shaken with lots of eyes. One taste of this tarantulaic tonic is enough to give you 8 legs to stand on. Previously, our adventurers were enlightened with the dualistic life of the alchemist. Next, they plodded back into Perrish and plotted their next move to handle the Hags. But can they overcome the Coven? Or will they become the Coven's next victims? Latch onto a libation. Let's leap into our lore.
Did I is this a Mandela effect moment, or do you normally say good evening at the top?
Good evening.
No, it's Mandela effect for sure.
Yeah.
You've said either, or you've said good day all the time?
I feel like good day.
Okay.
Good day.
Yeah, it is a Mandela. You said that, I was like, that's wrong.
It should be evening or night because this is a spooky
That's what
setting.
I thought. But you know what?
But the podcast is released at 10 a.m. So what do we do?
6 a.m. for
6 a.m.
Or no, 2 a.m. for
2 a.m.
audio.
on audio.
Yeah.
Time. It's construct.
There's got to be people listening to it right at 2 a.m., right? Who doing the overnight shifts or something like that.
I have listened to podcasts the moment that I get the notification from Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot an arrow. Shoot an arrow.
Shoot me. Shoot John.
Micah says the greeting is usually alliterative based on the monster.
What does he know?
Based on the monster?
Yeah.
What's the monster for
this
today?
was good
Spider.
day, all you dark weavers.
Okay.
Darkweaver Day.
There we
I'm going to hit
go.
our players with an arrow.
Thank you.
My name is Gustavo Cirillo. I'm the Dungeon Master. And this week's role-playing warm-up question is, what does your character do to relax/de-stress?
Well, hello. I'm Barbara Dunkelman. What's up? Sup, bros?
What's up?
And I play Elga von Brath, the half-elf vampire barbarian, level 6.
And Elga, she wants to really kick back and relax. She does a number of things. One of her favorite relaxing hobbies is hunting. Going out into the forest or into the city, finding unsuspecting person and giving them a little taste.
Hunting people?
For friends.
No, yeah, for friends. Yeah, definitely not blood. Definitely not. I thought this was a room. I was alone in here.
Safe space. Safe
Oh,
space.
yeah.
Confession booth.
You said an unsuspecting person.
Are these like, that begs the question, are the arrow questions answered together as a group, or is it like a confessional?
Confession.
In the theater of
Confessional,
my mind, this is a cutaway. They're in an interview setting, akin to The Office,
Okay,
and they're just
okay.
answering to the
So
camera.
the interviewer, who is Gus, is going, people?
Yeah.
And Elga, no.
Yes, like reality show, like confessional style.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes. So yeah, that's what I do to relax and unwind, stretch my legs.
Just some mild murder.
Yeah. And that and bubble baths.
So hunting and bubble baths.
Not correlated whatsoever.
Coagulated.
Coagulated.
Is that the word? Nice.
Yeah, you got it.
And
Second
a
try.
type A bubble bath.
Gross.
Hi, I'm Barney Farney, played by Chris Damaris.
He was like,
I'm a human cleric, and what I like to do to unwind
What?
is I go out to the market and I talk with people who pass by if they'll stop, and I like to unwind yarn.
Oh.
You take a ball of yarn and you just kind of unwind it, and then you wind it back up around. And you talk to people.
That actually kind of does sound relaxing.
I don't get the connection between the two activities.
unwinding.
I know, but why are you
Spinning
unwinding the yarn while you go and talk to people?
In my mind, Barney thought that that's what crocheting was. He saw someone doing it, and he's like, I can do that.
and that it's like a mobile activity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I just like to people have such interesting stories.
Chris delivers the majority of Barney's lines directly at me. And I just go with it. That's great, Chris. I mean, Barney.
So, Barney, you like to listen to the stories as opposed to being the one who tells the stories, is what I'm gathering.
Or listen, both. Sometimes talk and listen.
He's just wandering up to people. He doesn't know unwinding yarn and listening.
Listen.
Sometimes
Well, he's doing something. So they're unsuspecting.
It's just an old man just puttering up to y'all, not saying anything and pulling apart.
I do like the idea that he's breathing really loud, though.
I like to think he also just starts mid-story. Like you have no idea what he's like.
So when I went to the store,
Is he talking to me?
This is a completely believable story. I went to a craft fair and I got locked into a conversation with an old man for, I kid you not, minimum 15 to 20 minutes. So old people lonely, you know, you can talk to an old person if they're not problematic.
We're practicing with Barney.
Yeah. Hey, I'll go next. Hey there, it's me. It's Chip Haney. It's your best pal from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Where's that?
Wisconsin. This is in my lore. You've established
Wisconsin.
It's all where the wizards are from.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm played by Blaine Gibson. Chip Haney's a tiefling rogue, level 6. And I have multiple activities for unwinding. You know, I do a little bit of yoga when we were taking a long rest and I got the time. If not, and it's a short rest, I'll practice my box breathing. And then when we have like really long rests, you know, I'll go out into the city and follow some leads on my missing wife, Carol. Might pick up a few people, interrogate them. They don't give me the information I want, or I think that they're suspicious. I'll also kill them. It's weird, though, because I keep running into Helga.
I was going to say, Chip, we could combine our relaxation hobbies together.
I just didn't know that that's how you blow off steam. That's how I blow off steam. We got so much in common.
Also, sorry that I'm listening in on your confessions.
We just established that these are by themselves, and you immediately responded as Elga. That's great.
So I know you gave a lot there to unpack, Chip. What's box breathing?
Oh, box breathing. It's where you breathe in for 3 seconds. Practice it with me, podcast listener. 3 seconds, and then you hold on to it for 3 seconds, and then you release for 3 seconds.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and you just keep doing it, and you breathe, and it's like making a box. Breathe in.
Why is it a box? It's two. You breathe in, out?
Breathe in, breathe out. Then you complete a box. Breathe in, breathe out.
You forgot to hold.
Yeah, that's somewhere in there too. It might be a triangle or pentagon breathing.
Oh, okay.
But, you know,
Pentagon.
it's just all about the breathing.
Okay, I was just curious why it was a box, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. To be honest, my real world doctor actually told me this, and I still don't understand why it's called box breathing.
It's because of the holding.
She made the square. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll just breathe
It's more
more.
for visual.
Yeah.
Hold out.
Yeah.
In.
Anyways, I hyperventilated and passed out. I don't remember the rest
What
of
the audio listeners can't see is Barbara
I'm
tracing a
drawing a
square
box.
in the sky.
Do, do, do.
Yeah.
A visual learner.
Anyways, murder. That's my long and short of it.
Okay. I'm sensing a common theme in some of these answers here.
Yeah, we all have almost exactly the same answers.
Elga and Chip murder, and Barney murders someone's brain by just melting it.
Matthew, who do you murder? For fun, relax.
I'm John Reisinger, and I play Meti Confucius. He's an Air Cochrane Ghost Monk. And what do I do to unwind? Oh, it's very simple what I do to unwind. I actually talk to my therapist. Yes.
That sounds healthy.
It's I mean, I'm all about bettering oneself and taking responsibility for one's own actions and thoughts and everything. And so, yeah, a therapist really helps with that. And so, yeah, that's what I do.
You know, there's a non-zero chance that your therapist would talk to you, then encounter Barney out in the wild, then
Get out of my confessional booth.
then get kicked, beaten, and interrogated by me, and then murdered by Belga all in one day. He'd hit the whole party. Do we get a group rate for family therapy?
I like to think that we can all join in the confessional, but then like that gets erased once we're back in the campaign.
Yes.
Like no one
Non-canonical.
no one
It's like-
remembers that.
The confessional is after the fact, after the all
We
the
are,
events.
we are
campaign.
talking to the
Yeah.
barkeep.
That's implying that we all survived this campaign, which is
my goodness.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Speaking of which, we're at a very pivotal moment
Yeah,
in the campaign.
yeah.
I'm in the
Big
ground.
battle, but also pivotal moment because we get the end of Stinkuary.
Oh, yeah. Is this the end of January?
This is past Stinkuary, yeah.
No,
Oh.
no, it's
The last
next
episode
week.
of January?
This episode comes out on the 23rd. The 23rd.
Of
Stinkuary.
Yeah, so we have our big live stream.
No, I think it comes out the 30th.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Forget this.
30th is after the
yeah,
live
it comes
stream.
out the 30th. You're right.
Oh, Chris was actually so excited and he fully deflated right there.
Well,
like that was so sad.
Here's
to
the thing
watch.
about today's episode. We got to be extra nice to Chris because it's his birthday today.
Is it?
the release.
No, today.
With real life.
wait, really?
Today's Chris's
Oh,
birthday.
I feel like a terrible friend.
That's okay. I don't care.
Your haircut looks great. Thank you.
Bon anniversaire.
I got you an inspiration die for your birthday.
Oh yeah, I already have one. You got me that last year. You got the same.
It happened again. It happened again. Chris is just a little creature of peaks and valleys.
It's called triangle living.
It could be a party favor.
Blaine just gave quite the look to Gus.
Let's fight.
Yeah.
It's a big fight.
As you are sneaking over, Chip, the Haggai in your possession suddenly glows with a green light, and you hear a shriek of laughter bellow from the purple and blue hags. The green hag cries out from the nearby cage.
Chip!
Shirak and Skitch begin chanting.
We can see you.
You've got a beacon in your pocket.
Shirak and Skitch join hands and their feeble figures rise into the air. Shivy's cage also rises into the air behind them. On each of their foreheads, a third green eye appears.
One claw.
3 talons. Our Coven united.
3 hags. 1 sisterhood.
Our powers ignited.
All 3 hags erupt with sickly green flames and a shockwave booms throughout the cavern. For the first time since you've seen them, all 3 hags no longer appear as decrepit old crones, but instead a trio of fearsome and formidable witches. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Wait, restart the math equation. I got lost at 3 hags.
1 claw, 3 talons.
2
1 claw,
horns
3 talons.
divided by.
Hold on.
Our
Why are
Coven
you responding
united.
to him, Gus? Why are you?
Because Barbara's actually doing
Yeah, because
something.
I'm actually writing.
You're ignoring Blaine
Yes.
and talking to Barbara.
1 claw, 3
that
talons.
tracks as Gustavo much better.
Our Coven united. 3 hags,
Square root.
1 sisterhood. Our powers ignited.
All right, fine. Let's solve for pi.
That equals everyone roll initiative.
Yay.
I feel like in the audio design, David, just whatever Blaine says, just make it really quiet. So it seems like Blaine's in the other room
Whispering.
screaming.
No, that's hilarious.
Did we roll initiative last time? Because I think I had a good roll.
You all did. Do you want to use that? Does everyone want to use their initiative from
I'd
last
be
time?
okay with it, but
Sure.
it's up to the room.
I have no
I'm
idea
fine
what
with
it
that.
was.
I got
It
him up here.
was 5 for Mateed, 21 for Barney, 21 for Elga, and 19 for Chip.
Oh, it's in the log.
Party wide, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Mateed.
17.
And then Barney, what's your dexterity?
Super fast. 2. Super fast.
He didn't
Or
even.
15 plus 2.
Okay, mine's
50, yeah.
mine's 14, so you would go ahead of me.
Your super fast was before you looked at it because I saw you scroll to it. That's just the confidence of Christopher Damaris.
I knew
So,
it
yeah.
was like a plus.
Barney would be ahead of Elga then because his dex is better.
All right.
That's where Minecraft Villager comes out when you make noises like that. Yeah.
All right. And just to reset the stage so you all remember, you all were in this.
We'd all prepped to try to do an attack.
Correct. You all had gotten into position. You're in this, like the Talon HQ/lair, and you had some cavalry who had come with you to assist you.
You did so good.
He's been pretty good about it ever since I gave him the tip. Just pronounce like capillary.
Cut to
Yeah,
Gus
not
missed it a
practicing in
single
his
time.
mirror every night.
Cavalier.
I go to sleep. In fear. It's the last thing I say before I fall asleep, and the first thing I say when I wake up.
It's good.
It's concerning his wife.
She's very worried. And I guess I'll re-describe
Please do.
the lair a little bit, just so you have like a bit of a layout as to what's going on.
It's like a standing army. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's like people going through the tunnel. There's all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to like give a little bit of an overview, more so than normal, just because there was a lot going on. So in this big lair, this is where you all had been before, where you fought Lewis in the ice dome. There is a body of water, kind of like a river going from east to west, kind of in the northern portion of the room, along with a large tree at the northern end. On the western end, the northwestern corner of the room, there's a bunch of magical oddities surrounded by some darklings. In the center of the room, that's where Skitch, Shirak, and Shivy are, along with the Headless Horseman.
I thought Shivy was in a cage.
She still is,
But
but the cage
cage-
has started floating in the air.
So, and she's in the center of the room as well.
Well, she's kind of off to the eastern side. That's kind of where Mateed, I believe,
Okay.
had gone off to.
I was laughing because Mateed's in the ground trying to go into the cage.
Oh, yeah.
The cage is not flying.
And then in the southeastern corner of the room, there is a pile of corpses.
Now, Is Shivy floating or is Shivy's cage floating?
Probably both.
Because I'd imagine that she's floating, but the cage is still heavy. So
Like
she's
on her.
She's going, "Ah!"
The gravitational power is coming from her, not the cage.
Right, so she's
She's
weighted
lifting, yeah.
down.
So just to clarify, the cage began floating and it has also moved to the center of the room.
Okay.
So
Okay.
while it was in the eastern portion, but now that it's floating, it's kind of like joined with the other hags.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, I saw the hag eye, so that's giving away my location, even if I go into hide.
That's why they said we can see you.
I stick it in my pants.
I tried something different this time. That's funny.
Ew, gross.
I tried to draw what you were describing, as you said.
I'm sure it was great.
It is a beautiful drawing.
It is a blue line across the center of it. It is a river,
that's the river.
and then a tree.
He didn't
How
say.
accurate is that,
I don't
Gus?
think he said river. I think he said body of water.
I said a body of water, but I did say it was flowing. It is kind of a river. This is
Okay.
the water you all used when you escaped.
This is unprecedented. Gus has left his DM station.
I know
Come
he
look at
came
his
to
work.
look at my. It looks like a child's drawing.
Oh, we know what it looks like. We don't have to see it.
You haven't shown it to
But all I
John.
got is the tree, the river, and then a cage. It looks more like a waffle iron.
It does look like a waffle iron.
Send that that image to Ben. We can use that on social. Oh, that was the cage.
That was the cage.
I thought it was like a sewer grate.
Oh, I didn't know what I was looking at. Okay.
There are new episodes of Bluey on Disney Plus, and one of them, the theme of it is not being able to understand what your kids are drawing when they draw it, and that whole guessing game, and that you just gave me those vibes.
That looks like the worst country's flag. like pirates took over a small island, and that's the best they came up with.
There were no like graphic designer pirates.
Remember,
Cartographers.
be nice to Chris for it's his birthday. Chris
yeah,
is a very good drawing.
He just turned 6.
Yeah.
Shocked he's made it this far.
Barb's version of Be Nice to Chris was Pander Chris.
Yeah, very good drawing. Good use of color.
Well, speaking of Chris, Barney, you are up first. You had the highest initiative roll.
What did Barney do to prep?
I cast that really cool spell that stops the Fae.
What was it called?
Barbara just wiping.
I'm still trying to
spit off her face.
I was.
Yeah, no, you were in the beginnings of casting that spell that would capture a bunch into one spot.
Yeah, but I was gonna do separate the witches.
Right, from their crew. Oh, no, separate just the witches.
The 3 witches.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they went over, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Which witch?
So that
Yelling.
spell.
I know. Chris has a lot of intense energy, which is great. I really appreciate that he's present here. But as he was like talking to Blaine there, your eyes were really wide and your neck was clenching.
Should we put Blaine and Chris next to each other so Chris can't look directly at Blaine anymore?
I think he finds comfort in Blaine's presence and the connection that they have as friends. And I think that's there. And I think that's actually meaningful.
Yeah, we're buddies.
I was casting Limon's tiny hut. No, it wasn't really. Not that one. I can't find the one I was casting.
Gus, can I have the Dungeon Master screen?
Magic circle.
That's right. And it's like a binding thing.
Yeah,
Magic circle.
it separates it from all the other types, and it makes them weaker inside of it, and they can't leave it.
Why is he yelling?
Why is he yelling?
No,
I
just,
don't
it's
know.
fine. He's fine.
I'm ready for battle.
I appreciate that Chris is really here for this moment.
If I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, you had tried to cast it in such a way that you were separating the hags from each other, right? Like it wasn't something
the outside hag. Yeah, I think he was making it so
the two
spell.
outside hags, the 2 hags that aren't
Cage.
in cage.
Right, not
right.
shy.
You were trying to encircle both Skitch and Shirok in it. Was that and then
No.
No?
Only one of them.
That's
Okay.
right. That's what I thought. Is that you were doing it to separate the outside
Gotcha.
one from.
So you were separating Skitch and Shirok from each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I could get any of the other haglings thrown in there,
That's right. He asked if there's anybody
but I
close,
think
and you
they're
said
not,
nobody was.
unless they probably haven't moved yet.
But it
Correct.
was it like took a minute to cast it, right?
Yeah, we'll
So
say he was prepping it ahead of time.
It's 100% Chris's turn, so you can avoid my question until my turn, but I do have a question that might help you. Gus, may I have the floor?
The chair recognizes the honorable Chip Haney from Wisconsin.
Your Honor. Can we tell if Shivy, if she was given the opportunity, would she be able to separate? Is she showing like signs? Is it the cage
That
that's
would have
binding her?
to be some kind of insight check on your turn to try to ascertain that.
Can Chip ascertain, is the cage stopping her from going, or is it her?
Yeah.
Like she might be like magnetically.
My guess is that they're all floating together because they all have to
now
be
they are.
together.
Yeah.
And like it's just pulling, like the cage essentially is like around.
So can I separate them, Your Honor?
So what you're asking is if your magic circle goes into effect.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, we'll say sure. Your circle pops up. It's a 10-foot radius,
Circle gets the square.
10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point that would allow you to encapsulate Skitch, but not Shirok.
Yeah.
How high are they up in the air?
Well, I'll answer that in a second here. I just want to finish going over this.
I was just asking because of the cylinder.
It does matter because it has to be centered on a point on the ground that you can see within range.
Yeah, so if they're higher than 20, it has no effect on them.
But let's go over what effects you did choose first. So you chose a fey creature, and it would affect them. They would not be able to willingly enter the cylinder. The creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel and must first succeed on a charisma saving throw. Any creature inside of it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Okay. Targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. When you cast this spell, you can elect to cause its magic to operate in the reverse direction, preventing a creature of the specified type from leaving the cylinder and protecting the targets outside of it. And that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, so that, well, what I want to do is make so that like the one that's in it can't leave it.
Okay.
And then can the other Fae go into it?
So I'm going to say they could enter, because normally the normal operation is a creature can't willingly enter the cylinder. Then if you cast the reverse, a creature cannot willingly leave. Normally, they could not enter it, but they could leave it. But now, since you're reversing it, they cannot leave it, but they can enter it. And I'll say that they're floating about 15 feet in the air. So the cylinder would be tall enough.
Okay.
But she does get a charisma save DC 17. Did that answer all your questions?
Wait, she gets a charisma save to be caught in it?
Yeah. There's a save at the top. Charisma 17.
Oh. I hope she misses it.
Okay, let's see here. Did that answer all your
I do too, Chris.
Did that answer all your questions, Chris?
Yes.
Sorry, I know that's a spell we've never used before.
Yeah,
it's
no,
very
that's good.
complicated. I want to make sure we understand all the ins and outs.
It's always interesting to learn about.
Okay, so charisma saving throw. She has good charisma.
Oh no.
She got a +3 on that, so she needs a 14 or better to make it.
Not too high.
Yeah, I mean, it's still in your favor. That is a 5. That's a failed save. So,
She's trapped.
For your birthday.
Only for your. Should Chris have advantage on all his rolls today?
let's not go crazy.
We just need our birthdays to land on boss fights.
Right.
So they begin floating in the air about 15 feet. Your magic circle finally solidifies and, finally takes effect and it encapsulates Shirok. Did that surprise you, Barney?
No, that was in like
That's Barney trying to become a Eric Cochran. Speaking Batiste language.
And then can Barney run into that circle
Run.
or hobble, whatever, like make his way?
Imagine he gives a warrior cry that lasts like half an hour.
Yeah. It's like that scene in Austin Powers when the
ice.
I was thinking more like
No, it's like it was like a steamroller.
Steamroller,
wasn't it?
yeah.
what's that the politician in the who
Oh yeah, the one that like fell out of the presidential race because he went.
it's kind of that.
You're about 80 feet away from where Shirok is.
Okay. All right. Well,
Because he's at like where we all came in.
Correct, because he didn't move. I know, I believe Chip had started moving to the east and Mateed had gone underground in the eastern direction as well. But I believe where we left it was Elga and Barney were both still near the entrance.
Yeah.
so since we had like pre-cast that, was that my action or was that like how
I'll say it doesn't take an action, that you had already
Wow.
started casting that previously.
neato? Okay. Well then, what I will do now is I'm going to cast.
Is the thing you just cast a concentration spell? I just wanted to bring it up in case you accidentally cast
Yeah,
another
that's a good
concentration
point.
spell. Because I wanted to hold.
No, it isn't.
It's not a concentration spell?
It is not.
So is it a time?
Yeah, it's timed. So I don't have concentration,
Confidence
and I
makes me
cast
second guess it.
Spirit Guardians.
This is as loud as Chris has ever been.
Chris is really bringing it today.
How much coffee did you?
I call 4 spirits to protect me. They fit around you within distance of 15 feet for the duration. And they do...
Are you doing radiant or necrotic?
No, they do. Of course I do radiant. On affected creature, speed is halved in the area. I choose all my party members and the cavalry to be unaffected by it. And on a failed save, when they enter it, they take 3d8 radiant damage.
So I do have to give a quick point of clarity here.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that, since your other spell you started casting in a previous turn, it activated here. I said it didn't take an action. There is still a line there. You cannot cast 2 spells in one turn unless this one's like a cantrip or something.
Because it's his birthday.
I just so
You can cast a spell that's a non-action, like a bonus or a reaction, or you can use a cantrip or attack. But really, we're crossing a line if you cast 2 leveled spells in one turn.
Well, let me step in as the lawyer now. If he does the radiant thing on the next turn, can we do that thing where he walks back and forth to proc the effects like I do in Baldur's Gate?
Well, that's what he did the last time we were in this room.
Did he really?
Yes.
Ah, that's great. My memory resets on each episode. Who am I playing?
Shoots and ladders.
Is that a spell?
I'm looking.
I don't think it really affects you that negatively because you weren't going to be able to get close enough for it to.
No,
take effect
just
this turn anyway.
To queue it up in case they enter your space. Yeah. It's a good spell.
Well, then here's what I can do, Gus. Is I can use as my action. I will do I'm a cleric and I do step.
Is it still Chris's turn?
Twilight Sanctuary. As an action, you present your holy symbol and a twilight emanates from me. 30-foot radius filled with dim light for 1 minute until I'm incarcerated or die, and I grant 1d6 plus 6.
Incarcerated?
Incapacitated. I grant 1d6 plus 6 temporary hit points, or I can end the charming or frightening.
Chris's
and I do
be over.
the 1d6 plus 6 to myself at the end of my turn. I'm gonna roll it now, just preemptively.
He's not even waiting for Gus's go ahead. He's just saying, I'm gonna roll it.
That is a 4. That is 10 temporary hit points for Barney. And anyone within 30 feet of me will get it.
I think probably just me.
Yeah,
I think it is just
me and
Elga.
Mateen moved.
So you said it's 10 temporary hit points?
Well, at your turn.
At the end of your turn.
As long as you're nearby him.
Yeah, so come to me. And then as my bonus action.
Oh
my God. That's my bonus action.
He's really punching those consonants.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Plosives.
If he just says it loud and then powers through the description, you're not going to stop him.
I can't.
You physically can't.
This thing's happened.
He's using the power of headphones to overwhelm you.
I can't think because my ears are getting stabbed.
Until you incarcerate him.
I know he said that. This is the greatest flub ever. So quick, somebody arrest that old man.
He's punching my eardrums.
As my bonus action, I harness divine power.
Whisper it.
No, I don't do that. As a harness, I steps of night as a bonus
Not
action.
even talking
When you're in dim light or darkness, you can magically give yourself a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 minute. You can do this 3 times. So I use that. So now I'm flying.
My phone just alerted me there's loud noise nearby.
Did it really?
No, I'm kidding.
So Barney now he goes and then he goes now into diagonal upwards, like soaring upwards towards the fight.
Yeah, that's cool. If Mateen can do it, I don't see why Barney can't.
When I was a young kid and I was too energetic, one of the things my parents would do in order to try to work that out is they would literally ask me to do laps around the house just to get my
Burn off
energy out.
yeah.
Do we need to do that with Chris?
Chris, do you want to go take a lap?
I'll take a lap around this battle. Let's go.
Chris knew there was this fight today and he came in
pumped for it.
jazzed.
Hey, Chris, I approve. This is great.
It's good.
This
I like the
is great.
synergy.
And we're all right. Who's next? I'm done.
Do you want to trade seats, Chris?
I think he does. Oh.
Well, so Gus, you have the floor. What happens?
You have
The chair recognizes itself again.
The Honorable Judge Gustavo, Dungeon Mister.
Elga, you are up. After Elga is Chip.
Okay.
So all that's cool. That's good. We're all good.
Yeah, we're all good.
Great.
Okay, so Elga has readied the Fang Frost spell.
Oh, right. You were
you
had
did
that
do that.
procced?
I had it. Yeah.
You were just ready for it once
I'm sorry. Chris just shot his hand up.
once the Darklings got close.
Yeah. Did you want to say something?
I was just wondering, are they now in their turn? Since I moved 30 feet, are they within my proc?
Well, we'll determine that at the end of their turns when it would
Oh,
proc.
yeah.
I'll be quiet.
Okay.
Sorry, Barb.
Are you
Oh, you're
crying? Your eyes are watering.
I might be from laughing.
Okay, so Elga has her Fang Frost ready,
Yeah.
and I believe you were preparing it to go off when the Darklings got close to the choke point there
Yes.
in the
right.
passageway.
Yes.
Good move.
Yeah, they are at this point. I would say they're pretty close. Metagame wise, they're going to move past you and like continue their attack into Perrish later in the initiative. So they are as close as they're going to be to you right now.
Okay. So
Well, by the time it's your next turn, they'll have gone too far.
I'm going to use it now then.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would like to cast Cone of Cold.
Yeah.
I guess centered on the area that were like a 60-foot cone that I wouldn't hit myself, obviously, but that would try to get the most of them as possible.
As far as the cone goes, you're the tip.
Man,
Right.
if I control water, I'd like raise the river and then have her freeze it. I'd
Raise the
make
roof.
a wall.
Oh,
Party started.
That'd be cool.
Good one, Barney.
That was Chris.
Good one, Christopher. Happy birthday.
We're all really happy for you. All right. So a blast of cold air erupts from your hands, and each creature in a 60-foot cone must make a Constitution saving throw. They take cold damage.
8d8 cold damage.
Whoa!
A creature killed by the spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws,
Metal.
which is pretty cool.
No,
Yeah,
ice.
it
It's
is
ice.
pretty awesome.
Thank you,
Move.
Chris. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, he's hyping me up too.
I think it's a good move.
Thank you.
All right, and
I'll be taking autographs after the show. Okay.
so it's a Constitution save. Let's see here. I don't think you have a save in here typically, do you?
Me? Or who are you talking to?
Yeah, you.
I don't think I have to do anything.
Oh, I see. It's in here. DC 13 Constitution. I was just curious what the number was.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's 13.
Okay, their Constitution is not great, +1. So they need
Okay.
12 or better.
And how many are there?
There are about 20.
Okay.
Whoa.
So are you going to have to roll 20?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's good.
This could be like one of the biggest attacks we've had so far in this campaign.
As far as damage.
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. 88 is. not
Yeah, but
that
88 across 20 players though.
True.
You could just like this could be
Oh yeah, it's AOE.
fantasy nuclear bomb. Little Boppenheimer.
So basically anything that's like 12 or below.
Yeah, 9 of them save.
And I think they still take damage even if they
I
save.
believe it's half.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your 8d8 damage.
And I just do it once and they all take the same?
Yeah, I assume you don't want to roll 160 d8.
64. Get it, come on.
8d8. 35.
That's above half of what you could have potentially gotten.
Yeah.
Do they have more than 35 life? If not, then you just killed 11.
Yeah.
Just doing some quick math here.
They'll erect a statue here to commemorate
No,
all
she
the
erected
lives
her
lost.
own statue.
Yeah,
because when
11
they
of them.
How long does the statue last?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question because
I guess
until it thaws.
Until it thaws. So
And I
yeah,
imagine it's pretty cold down here, right?
yeah, it's going to be a little while.
And also,
Just perish.
I wonder that again, we're talking about an impasse that's a bottleneck. It might slow them down.
Yeah, a wall of people.
Well, of frozen little kids.
Plus, I mean, think of this: the psychic damage, the damage to their, the
Morale.
There's the morale. Think about that. I'm sorry.
10 hours later.
I had a lot of coffee today.
Or not
No,
enough.
you didn't. I did.
I can feel the coffee energy in this room.
It smells like caffeine in here.
I can taste it.
It's in the air, palpable.
Yeah, your cone of cold originates out and then radiates out from Fang Frost in a conical shape out in front of you, catching most of the Darklings by surprise, freezing all 20 of them in place with looks of horror on their face.
Heck yeah.
Think about the morale.
So they're all frozen.
I'm sorry. Did I say Darklings? I meant Haglings.
Haglings,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a horde of Haglings.
So half that damage was enough to freeze
Kill?
the other
Yeah.
9? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
What's the most embarrassing pose? Which one of them of the 20? What are they doing?
One of them was picking its nose. Ew.
I got you.
So wait, did the cone hit where it blocked?
They're still. I'm still between them and the choke point, right?
It wasn't totally the perfect position. It was pretty close, but not quite to where like it blocks everything in.
That's pretty good though.
Can we make this like a domino situation? We push one and then it kills all the other ones.
And then, how close am I now to Barney?
Barney, did you fly your
I
full?
moved towards the witch.
But you flew like
Hags.
at a diagonal up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so
yeah.
he flew 30 feet on the hypotenuse. How many times are we going to do the Pythagorean theorem in this?
Oh my God.
He's up in the air 30 feet diagonally from you.
30 feet up in the. Oh, okay.
He's 30 feet away.
Is that C? You solve for C?
That is C.
Okay.
C is 30 in this case.
30.
So he's 30 feet away from me.
Correct.
So I'm within 30 feet of Barney, which means I would get the
Yeah.
temp
Yeah.
HP.
Just get
Okay.
right below him, but don't look directly
You
up.
could also advance if you wanted.
I guess I'll go closer to the hags as well.
I just meant that you could advance and you'd still get the benefit.
Yeah.
Now, when Barney floats, does he like have like a flying motion, or is this just like you're dragging a PNG in Photoshop and he's just still holding onto his walker in the exact same way he was
Holds
standing?
the walker,
Yeah.
but legs kick.
Oh.
So it's like
It's kind of like a weird ET.
Do you know how I genuinely picture the first time you did it? Was that, do you guys remember in the old Disney Peter Pan when Tinkerbell drops pixie dust on Nana, the
Yeah.
dog, but only gets her butt?
Yeah.
And so then she's just floating.
Covered by it.
That's how I imagine as Barney's holding his walker.
It's just his arms or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So yeah, I want to move a little closer to the hags, but still within 30 feet of Barney.
So do you move your full movement, or how far do you move?
If I moved my full movement of 40 feet, how close would that get me to them?
You were probably in the same position Barney was initially. So, I said he was about 80 feet away from them.
Okay, I'll move the full for 40. Oh my God. I will move the full 40 feet.
First try.
Say that 10 times real fast. Just try.
Yeah, that's good.
And then could I also rage?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will also rage.
I like the sequence of events. It's that you did all that and then move 40 feet and then you just start screaming in anger.
Yeah.
It's good intimidation.
I think Elga's at the top of the KD ladder.
Yeah,
for
she is.
this campaign. Anything else, Elga?
No, I will end my turn there.
All right.
So I get 10 temp HP.
No, you get 9 because I rolled a 3.
He rolls it every time for you.
Yeah, I have to roll
Gotcha.
for everyone.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's
cool.
9.
Thank you.
All right. Chip, you're up. Then a bunch of NPCs and then Mateed.
If I were to cover the Haggai to prevent it from seeing, do I perceive if they can know the location? Because this is going to impact whether or not I can hide from them effectively.
Make an Arcana check.
Please. Come on.
You're like a plus on intelligence.
I'm +4, yeah. That is a 12.
What if you stab the Haggai?
Ow!
It's their third eye.
Yeah, you're right.
You think that the magics of the Haggai, it's like a medieval air tag that they can still they know where it is.
So if I
It's sensory, just knowing.
If I stuffed it in my underoos, they're still gonna know. They're gonna see something, but they're also gonna know where I'm at.
Even if it's like in a sack or dark, they would know more or less where it is. They have a good idea of it.
So I'm assuming that if I do what Chris mentioned and I stab it, is that an action?
Give it up to attack it.
Yeah, because it says it's a Haggai has AC 10, 1 HP.
What happens? What happens if Chip puts it in the bum bag?
Still tracks my location.
Yeah,
does it
it's an extra dimensional space, but it's still held within Chip's persona, like in his area.
Can I perceive if there's airplane mode?
Do you have a lead box you can put it in?
Is there a way that I can get rid of this thing without blowing my turn?
Yeah, throw it.
Drop it.
Well, is he gonna count that as like a bonus action or something?
No, I think that'd be like just to throw the Haggai. Come on, Gus.
Come on, Gus.
Or stab it.
Well, that's a turn though.
That's true.
You don't think it's worthy of an action? That's how little you think of it?
Just drop it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's still gonna see. So maybe if I drop it face down or something.
Drop it. And then,
How
and
far
then
away
step
am I
on
from
it.
Shabby's cage?
Drop it and then move, and as you move, you step on it.
That's a good call. I like that. I'll kick it. How far am I?
Because then he can't say that that's an attack.
Yeah, I
You're
just happened to be
moving
there. I
forward.
tripped
You're
over it.
You're just
Oopsie daisy.
moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be stomping, and if you happen to get in the way, that's your own fault.
Yeah, you haven't ever specified how do you step forward. Are you tiptoeing? Are you walking?
Are you a member of the Ministry of Funny Walks?
How far am I from Shabby's cage?
Let me take a look.
Chip's a stomper. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm actually a rogue, so I would be like a tiptoeer more than anything.
You had moved a little bit. You hadn't double moved. You had done a normal move, right? Or a single move?
I think I did a move. If I had double moved, then I wouldn't have been able to hide. So I moved, then hid.
Okay, so you're about there.
And my movement speed's, I think, third.
You're the worst person
40.
to have had that Haggai, huh?
For stomping, yeah.
Because being secretive and
No, for hiding.
I'm like, come look at me. I'm flying.
Come find me.
From where you are, the cage is probably, I'd say, between 40 to 50 feet away.
Okay. So if I were to like unsheath my arm of Blurbling onto the eye, are we gonna count that as an attack? Could I just stab this thing, but like not make it an attack? It's my birthday. It's Chris's birthday. Think
unless it's something you need.
It's birthday.
You could do it at disadvantage.
Because how did you get
He
the
said,
eye?
he said you could do it at disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll do that.
No, you can do it normal. I just wanted to see if you would accept that. If you accepted it, yeah.
I'll take disadvantage any day because I got lucky.
How did we get that eye again? Could you remind me how we got that eye?
I got it from. Did Shivy give it to me?
It'll be your third eye blind if you blind it.
Chris,
God, get out of the room. Leave the room.
He is on
All
the
right,
ball.
thanks
today.
for listening, everyone. I'm done.
Now, how did we get it?
I want to say it was when we had Lewis turn sides with us. Shivy might have given it to us then.
Because I feel like Shivy is on our side. So is
Right.
it something
Or
we
unless it
want
was
to
a ploy.
keep? Unless she's tricking us. Very true.
Because they put her in the cage, but they know we could see.
Yeah.
What? What?
It was to trick us.
Yeah.
But what does her being in the cage have to?
It makes
It
us
lures
think,
us?
It makes us think that she was in trouble and that she was on our
Then
side.
we need to go ahead.
Oh, now we need to protect the eye.
Maybe.
I still think I'm still opting for
Yeah.
saving Shivy.
You do you.
So okay, I want to kill the eye. I want to stab it.
Okay. You said you want to attack at disadvantage.
Yeah, and that's not gonna be my main attack, is it? It's just because I'm just
Yeah.
Wait, so Shivy gave us the eye. So is she just Shivy?
You get out with Chris. You follow him out of here.
Good, Gus. That was really good.
That's an 18. Did you want me to do disadvantage?
No, it's
Okay, it's
That was
an
a
18.
good joke.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it hits.
Chris.
Okay, so I stab the eye. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll do damage even though it's like 1d. It's a 1 HP. That's a 7. That was good.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
You're welcome.
You squelched. That's
You,
good.
you have a bright career in Foley ahead of you.
Yeah, that and bra strap snapping.
You deploy your arm blade of Blurbling
Yeah.
onto the Haggai, and it shatters. And as it does so, each member of the Coven yells out in pain and holds their eyes.
Oh, it also does 2 damage of poison because my arm blade of Blurbling has
Do you
poison
think
damage.
you can poison a stone?
I don't know. Hey, I'm just giving you numbers. You do with them what you want.
I'm pretty sure a rock is immune to poison.
Here's the thing. It's
I
an
think he was
eye.
thinking
So
it
I
was
was
a
thinking
little
maybe it's like a voodoo doll where it transfers the damage. Anyway, so all of them just go, ow.
Yeah.
Is it their third eye that causes them pain?
They put their hands to their face in the eye region. You're not exactly sure where.
Okay. So this is a whole Three Stooges thing we got going here.
Hey, they weren't expecting that.
All right, so that happens. I discard the stone because
And?
whatever, and then Shivy's in the middle with them.
No.
No.
Right?
Shivy's
I thought
in the
Shivy's
middle
on the
with
edge.
them.
Yeah, she's not in the middle, but her cage has moved over. She's on the edge. She's with them, but
you
she's
meant
on the edge
center of the room?
Correct.
Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to say, like, so she's already there. I was gonna try to intercept her if she was still in transit.
I wonder how. So is she
15
like
feet in
floating
the
at the
air?
top of the cage? Because the cage.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if the cage is floating or Shivy's floating and the cage just happens to be with it on the long.
Why would she be on the top of the cage? Like, if she's floating
she's
and
carrying the cage.
I see. I didn't understand your question earlier.
I think it's
understand
more
it
of
now.
Magneto in the X-Men animated show.
I think that's more like
Floating
it.
in
Then
his
I was
bubble.
like, maybe you could jump to the cage.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay, it's 15 feet in the air and a certain distance away from you.
Correct.
I have a. What's my jump? What kind of jumps? What kind of ups do I got, huh? Is this a Space Jam situation? Am I a
Is
dunker?
that half your movement? What
Are
is
you
it?
trying to jump straight up or what? Because there's different rules depending on what you're trying to do.
I think I want to make my way over to the cage, jump onto the cage, and then lockpick the cage.
Okay, so we would say that that's a high jump. So you're trying to jump
15 feet.
up into the air.
Yeah.
The rules say you can jump into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
3 plus my strength modifier. My strength modifier being, is it 15?
no, your
No,
modifier.
That's your modifier.
Plus 2?
So
Yeah.
5.
5 feet.
You can do a 5-foot high jump if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before
It's
the jump.
higher than you can jump, Blaine.
Hold on. Oh,
That's no. I have boots on.
5 feet is really high.
5 feet would be like clearing my shoulder.
Right. I could do that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, if I had the right shoes on, I could do that.
So how high is the cage?
It's about 15 feet.
What's your carrying load right now? Can you do it with your carrying load? No, you're light because you're a rogue.
So I will say, it also says, in some circumstances, your DM might allow you to make an athletics check to jump higher than you normally can.
What about three times as higher?
But that being said, so he jumps 5 feet, but that's what his feet clear. You actually you have your body and your arms
tall.
extended above that. So you can reach above you a distance equal to the height of the jump plus 1.5 times your height. So how tall is Chip?
He's tall.
He's like 5'10".
Okay, so
I'm going to be honest with you. But then you think about his arm reach.
so then so let's say if that was 6, he could reach 9 plus 5 is 14. You're only a foot short.
What about my tails? My
And then,
tail?
and then he
Can I
uses his
hook on with my
tail to
tail?
spin.
Yeah, why don't you, if you describe it for me vividly, then you can make an athletics check to see if you can eke out that extra
Okay,
foot.
first of all, it's not from in place. I'm getting a running jump. And if there's any terrain, I try to look for any sort of raised ground to get some extra distance up.
How I imagine this is that this is you, Chip, approaching the whole thing, and then off screen, a voice, the narrator talks, and so Chip like pulls like a what's his face from Saved by the Bell. Everything pauses, and he turns and he's explaining this to the narrator.
Yeah. So I'm looking for raised ground.
I'm out.
Yeah. and I'm gonna, because I also have my tail, I'm gonna use that as like kind of an extra push, like a third leg.
Okay.
To push me off the ground. And yeah, I'm gonna reach out with my arms, and I'm gonna yell while I do it because that gives me extra distance.
Oh, for sure.
Ah!
All right, yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check. Let's see if you're able to get that extra foot you need.
I used to go bouldering with Blaine a lot, and he would scream every time he approached the They did.
It's a 12.
That's above average.
But I have a lucky. But do I fail?
Actually, does Lucky let you know?
Does Lucky let you know?
You have 3 luck points per long rest. Whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, you can spend one to roll an additional T20 and choose which die to use. You can choose to spend luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome.
Yeah.
he got to the bad part.
Yeah.
So 12.
It's worth it to me. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that, I guess.
Okay. And then you get to choose because that's one of the things it said.
Sure. So what was it? Strength?
Athletics.
6.
How was it?
So 12. So 12.
12's not bad.
Do you want to use another Lucky?
I think 12.
He might be
12
baiting
would
you.
be fine.
He might be
12.
baiting you.
Yeah, 12's fine.
I told you.
In my head, since it's only a foot, I was like, if you get 11 or higher, I was going to give it to you.
I know that smile.
So funny. I wish you just wasted all his luck points and you're like, you're fine with a 12.
God.
Gus wishes that too.
Yeah, you extend just a little extra, something gives you a little extra bounce in your step, and you're able to jump up into there and grab on firmly to the cage. I feel like you do the thing where barely like the fingers from one arm are able to latch on. Yeah. And then you're able to pull your other arm up and make yourself a little more solid on
exactly how I tore my bicep in real life.
And while this happened, Barney goes, wow. And is like amazed while flying through the air.
I'm
You
below
see
you.
that? Barney, you watching from up there?
What?
Okay, so then I climb, and then I want to use my thieves' tools to try to pick the lock to get Shivey out.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, okay. Oh, 19 plus 8, 27.
Oh, yeah, that's like nothing. Yeah, you're able to, finagle the lock with your tools and get it open.
Okay, what do I have left? Because I've done a lot. So I'm just going to let you tell me if I have a bonus action, if I have any remaining moving speed, because there's
So
some
you
things
moved, you did that, you jumped. I'll say you still have an action if you want it.
Generous God, he is.
He is.
You've been doing really well.
Okay. What's something cool I could do? I mean, if I'm already up there, I want to jump from the cage onto one of the other hags if they're in distance and just give them a stab. What the heck? I mean, let's make this a real cinematic moment.
I mean, what the heck?
What the heck?
Hey, why not? Duh.
Before you make your leap and do all of that, I want you to make me a perception check.
Here we go. It's a 1. T minus 1.
Maybe now would be a good
You're facing backwards.
lucky.
You think now's a good lucky?
I mean,
You do you, boo.
Yeah, it's totally up to you.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want. I just can't believe. I feel like you always roll a 1 for perception. How does that always happen?
Because I have negative modifiers.
Because Blaine wants to perceive everything. So whenever he actually needs to roll for perception,
When you perceive everything, you perceive nothing.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll another perception with Lucky. Poop. I hate. It's a 1! It's a 1!
You rolled a 2 again.
You have one more lucky.
Oh, you have one more? Yeah, do it
Dude,
again.
I never get to use Luckies in combat. It's always in stupid situations. He's gonna tell me your shoe's untied. Last Lucky.
This one's gonna be
Come on!
20.
I feel like a dude in Vegas losing everything on slots. It's my last quarter.
Chip needs a new pair of shoes.
19 minus 1, 18. Yes!
There you go.
Yes! Sweaty. Why did I wear overalls?
What if Gus is like, one was enough?
Look like Long John Silver.
One was all you needed, actually.
All they need is one. You're preparing to make your jump, over to the hags, but something catches your eye and something tells you that maybe you shouldn't jump. Something in the cage catches your eye.
What is in the cage?
Shivy.
Right. Okay. Shivy, get out of here, you big dumb idiot. We gotta go. The door's open. Go. What are you standing around for?
Oh.
Go.
So, you like maybe it's like the dimly lit light or the way that the fire reflects off of Shivy's face, but she looks very familiar to you, and you think you see the face of your missing wife.
Are you kidding me?
And Shivy's facade and her face slowly dissolves and fades to the familiar face of Carol.
What? Wait.
I'm gonna cry.
Wait.
Is this an illusion?
What does this mean? Okay.
Oh, well, he's hanging on this cage.
She holds up a finger to her mouth like a motion.
Okay. All right.
Find out what that means in the next episode.
No! Oh my god.
I know, based on our recording time, that is not true.
I was watching. You couldn't even say that without laughing through it.
It was Micah's suggestion. That's a good one, Micah.
Oh man, I wish.
This is heartbreaking. I give her a knowing nod, very subtle. I want to reach out. She's right there.
A nod or like
for her. No, I can't.
Doesn't want to blow cover.
Yeah,
Or
no.
kiss.
Chip knows how to keep his cool. He's been in, but this might be a different situation. Okay.
Chip, are you crying out there?
No.
What are these big droplets of water?
It's the hags. They smell like onions.
Oh, okay.
So stinky. Don't worry. Okay.
Blaine just screamed like a banshee at rolling a 1 and then proceeded to say, Chip knows how to hold on to his
Okay. I'm gonna give a knowing nod and then I'm gonna use cunning action to go into hide.
Okay. And you're going to stay in the cage? Or what's your plan there?
Actually, no. If I have an action remaining, I'm gonna pull Shivy out of the cage. Actually, while I'm disengaging from the cage, I'm gonna pull her with my tail, and then I'm just to get her out of there, and then I'm gonna go into hiding. This is like a very difficult moment for Chip.
So you're pulling her out and then jumping back to the ground?
Yes.
Okay. Make a athletics check to see if you're able to land and keep your feet under you.
because I got nothing left. Oh my god, it's 12.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You pull Shivy/Carol out with you and jump to the ground below.
And then yeah.
So is she not floating anymore?
No, she is out of the cage.
Okay.
And not floating.
And then I go into hiding.
Okay. That's it for your turn?
I feel like I've used enough.
Okay.
I don't know. You tell me otherwise.
It's her initiative is actually right after yours. It's her turn. So as you're getting ready to hide, she hands you a bottle with some liquid in it.
Here, take this.
Okay. What is it?
Can he perceive?
Yeah. I don't know.
1.
It's a bottle of Heidi and Cure. I suspect you're gonna need it.
Hiding and cure?
Heidi and Cure.
Heidi and cure. That sounds like a drag queen. What does that do?
Wait, a dragged queen?
Drag queen.
Dragon Queen, which is this universe's version.
It's a restorative elixir that one of your friends might need later.
Oh, she's telling me this. I'm trying to keep the act up, like not.
Yeah, she's like whispering it, like keeping it real quiet.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to just keep it kind of cold and calculated because obviously I don't want to blow her cover and I don't know what their powers are and how much information she shares unknowingly to them.
Yeah.
So I take it and then, I guess I'm going to run and hide.
As you're hiding, I want you to make one more perception check for me.
13.
Okay. as you step away and you begin hiding, you feel like some shuffling around near your bag.
All right, I check my bag.
It seems like Carol stashed something in there.
God, she's quick. She's good. Oh, she's good. What is it?
Well, maybe you find out later.
No.
You're in a hurry. You're trying to play it cool.
All right. Well then, yeah, I've gone into hiding. That way I can like calculate my next attack. This is also just like me, just like getting a lay of the battlefield. I'm following her lead at this point. So I feel like she'll communicate whatever she needs to us. So I'm just like going into hiding and calculating our next steps, my next steps.
Okay. See, what else is Shivy going to do on her turn?
But also tearing up big time. Like, this is a big deal.
Now you can hide and cry.
Carol. I asked earlier if it was her. She's good. She's good.
If that's really her, did she smell like her?
Shivy moves away from the other members of the Coven, putting some distance between them.
Ask about the smell.
Does she smell like Carol?
Make a
That's another
wisdom check.
sentence to isolate of just Chris saying, ask about the smell.
Ask about the smell.
10.
Stinky dragon.
Chris Damaris, who still whispers while we're all connected, as though only Blaine was going to hear that whisper.
It's a 10, but I could do advantage because, smell is the strongest sense
Memory.
connected to memory.
I would say it's hard to tell just because there are fires and there's a pile of corpses not too far away in the southeast corner of this cave.
I
It's
also
kinda
might have farted a
overpowering.
little bit whenever I was surprised to see that my wife was there. So that might have also blended the
I
smell.
do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Do. Yeah, Shivy moves to the southeast a bit, trying to put distance between herself and the other hags.
Okay.
I feel like that should have been more of an emotional beat, but because she was like,
You're mid-battle. Yeah, you can't.
yeah, that's the life that's the life we chose.
You went Italian?
Yeah, it's the internal monologue of Chip.
He even brought his hand out and did that little hand motion.
Chip, why is your lip quivering? Why is the tip of your nose all red? Why are your eyes so
I'm
shiny?
trying to hide, and Elga's just pointing at a bush, saying, Chip!
And then Shivy also appears, moves away a little bit of a distance and appears to disappear before your eyes.
Here she goes again.
Hey, Stinky Dragon listeners, thanks for all the support during Stinkuary. The show would not be possible without your support. And while Stinkuary may be ending, it's never too late to pick up a first subscription over at stinkydragonpod.com/first. You have through January 31st to pick up any of those exclusive Stinkuary bundles or to grab a first membership. Don't forget, First gets you bonus content like Second Wind, where we'll have players and DM deep dive into our adventures so far. We really focus on the episode that is most recent that just aired. You can check it out at stinkydragonpod.com or the ad-free RSS feed, another perk for being a first member at stinkydragonpod.com/RSS. And you'll be able to have access to new bonus content coming soon. You get exclusive monthly Discord events and interactions with the cast and crew at stinkydragonpod.com/Discord. Now I hear that John has something brewing around the official Stinky Dragon NPC tier list for February. And of course, exclusive merch and discounts at stinkydragonpod.com/store. Speaking of merch, our latest merch is here. We have Stinky Dragon dice tray for all your dice rolling needs. We also have a sweet new Power of Flower Gum Gum shirt. It's really cool. We've also discounted our Stinky Dragon woven button down for a limited time. Get it before it's gone forever. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses brand that has over 250,000 five-star reviews. They're on a mission to match affordability with durability, making top quality shades accessible to everyone. They have tons of styles and colors to pick from, so finding the perfect polarized shades is a breeze. If you game or stare at screens all day, they also have blue light glasses to level up your gaming style and reduce eye strain. I bet a lot of you, just like me, could use that. I think the Shady Rays are great. I keep them in my bag all the time. So no matter where I go, I've always got them handy because the sun gets really intense down here in Central Texas and I need to protect my peepers a little bit. The great thing about Shady Rays is if your shades go MIA or take a hit, don't sweat it. They've got lost and broken protection, so you're covered from day one. If you don't love your shades, exchange or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. So just for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head over to shadyrays.com, use code DRAGON for 35% off polarized sunglasses and snow goggles. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Once again, that's shadyrays.com and use code DRAGON for 35% off polarized sunglasses and snow goggles.
My wife.
The alchemist's turn.
Oh.
Alchemist is there.
Wait.
But he's very tired. He's very weak. He can't do much.
Was Chip within 30 feet?
No, Chip would
Okay.
not have been within 30 feet of you. He's still very exhausted. He's going to do his best to try to help. He's going to give a help action to Mateed.
Nice.
So, Mateed, you'll have advantage on a check or something during your turn.
Oh my God, we left Mateed underground. Oh no.
Mateed hasn't heard any of this.
Mateed.
It's just like clipped through, and like, you know, when you played a video game and you just get stuck in a wall.
I'm glitched.
Then it's the cavalry. They're positioning themselves to try to stop the advance of the invaders as they head to Perrish.
Do any of them within 30 feet of me?
A lot of them would be within 30 feet of you. Probably all of them would be within 30 feet of you.
So roll.
But at the end of their turn.
Yeah, that's where they'll end their turn. Just roll once for them, and I'll apply it to all of them.
Shoot. That's a 1 plus 6, so 7 to all of them, and I guess the alchemist if they're close enough.
Yeah, I'll say they are. Okay. Or was that cavalry? All right, Skitch. Skitch is in the trap. Skitch looks at you, Barney,
Yes.
and points out like a finger at you, and mutters some arcane words. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, it was 22.
Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have targeted you. Okay. You feel like your joints kind of like become stiff and difficult to move, but maybe it's like a little touch of the rheumatoid arthritis. But you're able to work it out. No, icy hot. We're very clear about that. We take the icy hot money here.
Yeah. Well, please sponsor.
Please.
Sponsored by, that'd be a weird podcast sponsor, but I'm for it.
Yeah. Hey, if they get Shaq, they can get us, you know?
all the big names in the industry.
Shaq, Barbara Dunkelman.
I was gonna say Stinky Dragon.
Can I try to get out of your spell? Can I
don't
like
think you
resave? No.
I think you're trapped in it.
Sucker.
I hate you, Chris.
We always know it's something good if Gus says he hates us.
Yeah, I'm really having to reread that. Okay, all right, fine. That's it for Skitch then.
I just wish you had one of those little party hats right now just to add insult to injury. And a little kazoo.
Mateed, you're up. Then some NPCs, and then we're gonna go back to the top with Barney. And don't forget, you have advantage because of the help action from the alchemist.
Yeah. I'm just curious. I'm not upset or anything. I'm actually just curious the number. How long have we been recording?
A little over an hour.
Okay, hour 18 of recording. One of our party members hasn't done anything yet.
That's not true. You've been in the ground.
That's saying I haven't
Taken damage.
I haven't. No, I took damage last recording.
You're meditating. You're preparing for battle.
Yeah.
You
I
should be
think-
so ready.
I feel like that should be just noted as like a record of time. For like literally, I haven't talked to anybody as Mateed. I haven't moved.
What will Mateed do? Find out in the next episode of Tales of the Stinky Dragon.
But Mateed is like the weapon, like has the weapon that is like supposed to be the crux of this battle, and Mateed's just in the ground.
Yeah. They're waiting to spring.
They just leave Chekhov's gun just in the ground for an hour and a half. It's great.
I mean, you're going to have the coolest, scariest entrance. You should be proud of that.
Okay, so I am in the ground, which also means did not see any of this.
You didn't come out and be like, wow, what
Mateed's
happened?
also like someone who's like very mindful and probably took a very vivid mental image, as they were about to do like this like underground maneuver. And I did like stop right underneath where Shivey was. And then that mental image is broken. So let's just say, for starters, I pop my head out and just take a second.
Wait, wouldn't you come out doing an action?
No, what I thought is like Mateed would still be coming out cautiously because Mateed was trying to be like sneaky.
Correct. I think Mateed's goal was to try to get under the cage and like
Correct.
pop a head up.
Correct. Yeah, so peek out. And what I want to see now that I realize Shivey's not above me is so Shivey's gone because Shivey seemingly disappeared.
You can make a perception check to see if you can figure that out.
I'd love to.
Mud, was that you?
I know.
19.
Ooh.
Do I see the sneaky?
No, you can't quite seem to figure out where Shivey is. Like, you can see that the cage is moved and the cage is open, but you cannot see where Shivey is.
Okay.
It's good.
First question, how far is the closest hag? This would be the one that's probably not in Barney's magic circle,
Correct.
which is Shirak.
That is Shirak. From where you are, not that far, because you have a lot of movement.
Yeah.
So from where you are,
He's got his fingers against the screen. He's measuring.
about 30 feet.
30 feet. That's fantastic.
I know that always cracks John up. That's the easiest, quickest way, because sometimes it's like it's at a diagonal. It's hard to
Yeah.
see. I measure like a known quantity, and then like what is that called?
Is that just called a compass?
A compass, yeah.
I'll show you the map, John. You can see it.
That's not a waffle iron on it.
Just in case.
Yeah. Barney floating by like, Matty.
Also, that's a cage, not a waffle.
That's the flag.
Or a sewer grate.
And a broccoli at the end of the river.
Is that going to be our like Twitter header?
We should print that out as a flag that we can sell in the store.
Oh no! Please don't spend your money on
Map
that.
of battlefield.jpg.
The two hags, when they, oh gosh, I didn't see any of this. I want to still play this in character. Is there any way for Matty to tell? I guess I've done this. I want to know if like the hags need to be in proximity to each other in order to continue to be overpowered or doing what they're doing.
Yeah, based on what you heard from, I believe it was the alchemist before, and also from Jacques, actually, when you were in Australia, was that they are most powerful when they are within close proximity to each other.
Great. Then, since they don't know where I am, I'm being sneaky. Would I be able to approach Shirok not in their line of sight?
Yeah, you'd have to make like a sneak roll or something to try to do that.
Could I do that?
Yeah.
Sure. Is that stealth?
Stealth. Yeah, I said sneak. Stealth.
That's a 9. You don't want to give me advantage for being in the ground for the last hour and 20 minutes.
You're so sneaky.
Sure,
now.
why not?
Oh, he's a.
You also could, don't forget, you also have an assist action from the alchemist.
Oh,
I could, but you just said
Yeah,
yes
but I
before
get
you
it.
said
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep all my little bonuses.
Make Gus chuckle and you'll get an inspiration.
Yeah, I don't actually have one. 24.
24. I'm going to roll a perception check for Shirok to see.
Gee, that Gus, me and John don't have.
I can't hear you right now. Sorry, I'm concentrating
We
on
don't
the
have
roll.
inspiration. We
7.
don't have inspiration dice. If you
yeah.
want to give us one.
Shirok does not seem to be aware of you as you close the distance.
oh, look at my teeth.
No.
He just got on Matty's good side. He just did. Great. Then I would like to use the tuning fork of banishment and cast banishment on Shirok.
Oh,
Ooh,
interesting.
That's smart. Because then,
Yeah, why not?
yeah, they just
All three separated.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing great, guys.
Snapping? What are you doing?
You know, it's like slam poetry.
By the way, I just have to point this out. The tuning fork of banishment is in my inventory. It weighs 10 pounds. It's a 10-pound tuning
Is
fork.
it one of those big like?
We made I made a joke when you suggested we add the crowbar to it, but I think it weighs as much as a crowbar.
Well, hey, go figure.
There you go.
The trident.
So, in order to utilize the tuning fork, you concentrate and visualize on the attuned plane.
Australia.
Yeah, and once the attunement has been complete, the tuning fork grants the ability to cast banishment on one creature to that plane. Spell save DC is 8 plus spellcasting ability modifier plus proficiency bonus. That should be pretty beefy. Your proficiency bonus is 3, so that's 11. Your spellcasting ability modifier is
So you're determining the roll that they would have to beat?
correct.
Got it.
Hey, you're learning D&D.
Yeah.
So monks don't necessarily have a spellcasting DC.
Do I have my key?
You use your key save DC in that case.
Which is
I seem to think I remember it being a 20.
plus 20.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the number, Gus.
14.
Ah, good luck, Shirk or whatever her name was.
Shirok.
Shirok.
Like the dinosaur hunter.
Like a fancy Shrek.
Ah,
It was almost a 19, and then it rolled over to a 3.
Ooh, so they get
So that's
banished?
a failure. Yeah.
Okay.
bye-bye.
Say hello to Jacques.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yep.
Shirok disappears from existence.
I like to imagine the astral plane. Jacques is there just ready to unload.
Yeah.
Or like a monk with like all the astral arms extended and all of them like 6 arms just all.
Just a tense g'day, mate.
Wow. Okay. Let me make a note of that.
Today's not going to be a good day, mate.
How you going?
All right. Anything else for you, Mateed?
Let's see. The way that my turn works is that that's my attack, but I get 2 attacks per turn.
So you'd have another one.
Matee does a little finger crack and just goes, all right, let's get this started. And I'd like to, how close am I to Skitch now?
Oh, very close. Within 10 feet.
Wonderful. Then I would like to use the Sling of Sandstorms. Thank you.
Blaine, you fell
we are
off.
off. We're off our game.
I was even waiting for. I almost did before you said let's get this started. I almost go.
And I'd like to I want to use Ancient Sands on the Sling of Sandstorms, which is I can expend 1 to 3 charges before I make an attack roll. On a successful attack, the damage is increased by 1d4 force damage for each charge you expend. I will use, let's drive it like we stole it. I'm going to do a 3.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So this then is an attack with a Sling of Sandstorms. I'm going to roll for the attack right now. That is 26.
Believe it or not, that hits.
Do I have to use my advantage at the first attack that the what's-his-face gave me, or can I hold on to it when I want to use it?
You can hold on to it. It will expire after this turn for you. Because every turn he designates someone new to help.
I still got more things to do.
All right,
I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I've been just chilling underground. Great. So then first, this is going to proc a few things. One, we're going to proc damage. So I'm going to do that plus 3d4. I'm going to roll my d4. 14 damage. Force damage.
Nice.
What that is also going to proc, and let me know if I'm stacking too many things, but since I use the Sling of Sandstorm, it uses the sling bullets of Walloping. This is the episode where John remembers all of his inventory.
If this was like, let's say a firearm, it's like you're strapping on like a scope and then a laser pointer and then a new magazine filled with special bullets.
Onto a sling.
Yeah.
What's the gun in Fifth Element? The one that he's just showing off.
Yeah.
Does everything.
I don't know what it's called.
I just saw that scene the other day. I can't remember
It's
though.
a great scene. This ammunition packs a wall up. A creature hit by the bullet must succeed on a DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay, that's not terrible.
No, it's not.
DC 10. I've only got a +1, so I need a 9 or better. I roll a 1. That's wonderful.
I just saw Gus's eyes die.
That's wonderful.
I just
Those
saw
were CDs.
what was remaining of your soul from this battle.
It's
just
gone.
left. Yeah,
Yep.
it's gone. So you are knocked prone.
Yep. Sketch is prone. Let me write that down.
Okay, I'm going to use. What should I do?
John made up for not having a turn all episode and now is doing 8 turns in one.
There's a reason why I forget to use all these things. I have a lot of items and every single one of them has multiple things they do. And so I often just go, I'm not reading all these. I'm just going to kick everything.
We've all played many RPGs where that happens,
Oh,
where you're
yeah,
carrying
yeah.
like 7 swords and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
if I meet a fire creature, I'm going to use this one. And you just forget.
Nope.
It's like the same one all the time.
Yeah.
What's the modifiers that prone does to them?
A prone creature's only movement option is to crawl, unless it stands up. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, and an attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
So this skivvy or whatever has double disadvantage now.
Sketch.
Yeah, sketch on attack rolls.
Why
They're in the
double?
circle.
Oh, yeah.
They have disadvantage.
I forgot. I'm just beating down a hag that's already at disadvantage.
Yeah. The one that went to the Australian plane got it easy.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna use patient defense because it worked out so well in that fight we had a couple episodes ago. And I'm gonna use 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay. I think dodge is an underappreciated.
Listening to the episode is the only reason I was able to make it through that many rounds.
I think it's tough because you have to proactively on your turn think about getting attacked on the other turn.
That's what I've learned about playing a monk is that like I was like, oh yeah, I can use flurry of blows for bonus actions. Like you actually have a lot of things for bonus actions, so watch what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna do that and just say, c'est fini.
Things are getting rough. It's a sandstorm. Mateed's taking all sorts of forms. Don't look now. Here comes the swarm. It's starting to heat up. It's getting warm.
He has a
sandstorm.
There's a rhyming website up on his computer. All the words
Things
that
are
rhyme.
not are different. It's not the norm.
You know, some might even say it's an art form. Anyways.
It's very nice.
I want
Chris.
that. Can we extend that silence in post?
I don't think you need to.
Mom spaghetti.
Can we take a break? I need to go to the bathroom, maybe go for a walk.
Yeah, let's just leave this in the edit. We're going to take a break.
My entire life has led to this. All right. It is Shirok's turn, but you banished Shirok. So Shirok's not here, man.
And I threw a rock at them.
Did you?
That's the slings of Sandstorm. It's just a...
Oh, no, this Shirok you banished. You hit with the tuning fork. Yeah, you threw a rock at Sketch.
Sketch, thank you.
It'd be cool if like while the portal is closing though. Just a rock just came in. Ow!
I cast banishment, just kicked him into the banishment.
This is Groteth.
All right. It is the horseman's turn. After the horseman will be Barney.
Oh, he's still around.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
horseman is still around.
Wait, the headless horseman?
Yeah, he's there.
And the curse or whatever hasn't been broken now that one of them is missing and one of them's running.
It does not appear so.
Was Mateed within 30 feet of Barney?
No, Mateed's far away.
Okay.
The horseman's going to make a check to see if he can figure out where Chip is.
Oh, he doesn't need to bother with that.
He's going to try. He's not going to, he doesn't see Chip. So since Chip's not there, Mateed is the next closest person.
About 15 feet in the sky.
Oh, you're in the sky.
Well, he's on a horse.
Okay. He looks at you with
Very, very tall horse.
Yeah.
long legs.
Giraffe.
He gazes at you with malice in his eyes, Mateed.
Not the gaze.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it malice or attraction?
I thought you were going to go, is it malice or malice?
I have a question about dodge. Is this something I can dodge?
No.
Okay. And so what was the saving throw you said?
Wisdom.
Oh, that's only a 5.
Did you use the alchemist's assist?
Did not.
You can still use it because he has not reassigned it.
Why not?
So reroll one thing.
It's a 9. Doesn't help me much.
The glare from the horseman strikes at your very core, frightening you.
That's impossible. I can't be frightened.
You're fearless.
It gives you the frightened status, and you can make another saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Okay.
And a little bit of pee-pee came out. Or as we call it in Perrish, wee-wee.
All right. Inspiration die.
Taking a drink.
Is that because the French are European?
Give her one! Give her one!
She's already got one. The horseman continues looking at you with anger. You know, you're just out of his reach, Mateed. And the horse stomps at the ground a little bit and takes to the air, flying up in your direction. And as he gets closer, the horseman takes a swing at you with his flame blade.
This I can dodge.
Yes, you can dodge.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a attack at you with disadvantage.
You should do that.
Oh, 10 both times. That's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, the flame blade slashes out at you, doing
No one.
not like the French fried potatoes.
Biscuits and mustard.
It's an old one, man. Doing 10 points of slashing damage
Okay.
and 5 points of necrotic damage.
I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
So you take half, 2.
I'll take the 2.
I shall take your two.
I shall take the 2. And I shall remember it. I will remember it forever.
Or as you say in Japanese, me.
All right, that's it for the horseman's turn. At this point, all the darklings around the cavern begin gathering up together and exiting the cavern, marching off towards the city of Perrish. As they make their way out of the cavern, as they pass each of you, the party members, all of you need to make a dexterity saving throw, except for Mateed, you're in there.
I'm in the air.
Oh, so I guess only Elga makes it, and I need to see if they see Chip.
Yeah, I'm in hiding.
Dex saving, you said?
Yeah,
How close is Elga to me?
say about 20 feet.
Okay, never mind.
17 for Elga.
Nice. Not bad.
Roll me a stealth check, Chip.
Okay, I'm gonna roll at advantage because the sneakers that I have on.
Yep.
That is a 14 and 25.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, they had a good roll on their perception, but you beat them with a 25.
Yeah, of
They don't
course
see
they
you.
did.
So as they are leaving the cavern, they take a few swipes at you, Elga, with their daggers as they go by.
Wait, who are the people swiping
The
at me?
Darklings.
Darklings, okay.
I'm imagining it's like a kid, like the line of kids at a soccer game after
Yeah.
they're done, and they just
Good
go.
game, good game, good game.
I think they're angry because I froze their friends.
Yeah. But you save, so you only take half, and you're raging, so you only take half of that.
Half of a
quarter.
half?
Yeah. So they would have done 12 piercing damage, but you save, so you take half, which is 6, but you're raging, so you take half of that. So you take 3 piercing damage.
3 damage.
And on top of that, 6 necrotic damage.
I am resistant to necrotic,
3 necrotic damage. You quartered my damage.
which I still have 10 HP left because of.
Weird. Yeah. All right.
You barely even scratched the surface. Try harder.
Barney, you're up.
Whatever happened to the cavalry?
Oh,
Cavalry?
that's right. Actually, because you brought the cavalry, you do get some reduced damage on that, Elga.
What?
Oh,
So we'll say you actually only take 1 and 1 points of damage.
Are the cavalry not going to do a turn or?
So I would take 2 total.
Yeah.
Did they like mow them down like cavalry?
Yeah.
You're right. I actually skipped them. The cavalry acts now.
Oh, that was it was their turn in initiative all along.
They weren't supposed to go after the alchemist. They were supposed to go now.
Yeah.
The cavalry is going, they're going to try to corral and dispatch the darklings as they make their advance out of the cave to try to keep them from leaving and going on to attack Perrish. They're trying to stop the invasion here and contain it
That's
before it
pretty
goes
rad.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Barney, we're back up to you.
Wait, did they do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Good job, cavalry. Cavalry.
So I'm. How far am I from the cage? But not the magic circle. The magic circle that I made that is like a cage.
Why are
To
you
catch
yelling?
to catch you up, though, Shivy's out of the cage and has disappeared.
No, I know. I
think
said
he means the magic circle.
That is like a cage.
Even though there's a cage in this room, he's calling something else the cage.
Yes.
Got it. That makes perfect sense.
There's a whole language with different words you can use. Why use those?
Hold up 1 second.
Why make it easier
I'm
for
gonna
everyone?
let me find words that rhyme with cage.
Stop. There's no more rapping.
How far are you from that cage? You are
He has trouble
about.
gauging it.
Stop. So you're about 30
Okay,
feet
you're
away.
raging.
30 feet away.
Yeah.
Rage cage.
All right.
Cage.
Barney does.
Couldn't think of a third freaking word.
Wage.
Barney casts
Mage.
Spirit Guardians.
Sage.
Yeah, his wisdom is sage. And you know what that does?
Yep. The spirit guardians pop out and circle you. I assume they're doing radiant damage.
Yeah. And I don't know. None of there's no one else. Who's around me? Does anyone around me that it hits just off the 50? Because then I'm gonna move towards the cage.
No, from where you are, where you start from. No.
Okay.
And you're also in the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know if like any of the little guys were below me.
No.
Anyway, I go towards the cage.
Hey, Gus is going to actually make you go towards the cage
Yeah.
if you do not call it
Yeah.
the proper
The
thing.
magic circle.
Sorry, I go towards the magic circle that is like a cage.
There you go. I was actually saying that to help you, Chris.
I get confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
Gus is going to get so confused. He's like, fine, go to the empty cage. What are you going to do there?
Okay, so you go to Skitch, who is in the magic
Yes,
circle.
but can I do that and pass by the Headless Horseman?
Yeah,
on the way?
I was going to point that out, that you would go by the Headless
So
Horseman when
they
you do that.
they get hit with the Spirit Guardians.
And what's the save on that?
Wisdom save 17.
Wisdom 17. So we'll do the Headless Horseman first here, who has a Wisdom +1, so he needs a 16 or better. It's not very wise.
He's got a pumpkin for a head. What do you expect?
He rolled a 10. He failed.
Aha!
Dumb pumpkin.
And then I'll go into the cage.
No.
No.
Sorry, into this circle, the magic
Sorry.
circle.
No, wait. This is an audio podcast. People can't see the severe confusion Chris had when both Gus and Blaine said no. He was like, what? It's so great.
In my head, it's always like, it's like a cage.
Stop saying it then.
I go into the magic circle.
And I presume, by the way, that your path, the way you get there.
Barb, give Chris a treat. Positive reinforcement is how we
I don't
get
have any
this.
food here. I don't have any sweets for him.
You kind of like skirt the edge of the Spirit Guardian with the Headless Horseman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed. I just realized I was assuming that, and I wanted to clarify.
Yeah. And then I go in and I'm like, man, and now it's a cage match.
Gus.
So
I'm losing it. I'm losing it over there, guys.
I think we're all losing it.
So now she has to make a wisdom saving throw at double disadvantage.
Prone.
Double D.
Yeah, I don't know if that affects
disadvantage.
Prone and in the magic circle.
Okay, so a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, 17 as she has to beat. But she can't because she's not on her feet.
Hopefully she's got enough food to eat.
She has a +4 on her wisdom, so she needs a 13 or better.
If you're gonna play soccer, you need a cleat.
That's a 2, so she rolls a 6. So she fails the save.
Cool. So I'll roll that now.
Okay.
3d8 radiant.
Gotta say, your skills are elite.
There it is.
Where was this when I had to rhyme?
You did. You actually had a spell on you. You just needed that
10.
Chris energy next to you.
10 points of radiant damage.
Wait.
Strike Skitch.
You rolled 8d8
3d8.
Oh, okay. The cone of cold. I thought you rolled
Yeah.
8d8 and got 10.
Yeah,
I was like, that means you rolled 6 or all
all ones and then a 2.
something like that. It could actually not even mathematically possible, is it?
3D, yeah. And
six-
it's
six
radiant
ones and
damage.
2 twos.
It's radiant damage.
Sorry, I had to do math real quick.
2 2s.
Sometimes I wonder, like, we're just talking over each other, and it's like, how does Micah edit this?
So what's next, Barney?
How's the lady in the magic circle looking?
She's pretty beat up, and she's still prone and kind of like reaching around at the ground.
The headless horseman.
Yeah.
Are they within 15 feet of me? Can I position myself so that he'll be within 15 feet of me and I could be in the magic circle?
You almost said it. I saw you. If you listen back, you hear a little right before he changed it.
Well, I would say no because your movement's only 30.
Okay.
And you use most of that already to get here.
How far away then is the headless horseman?
From where you are, probably just over 15 feet. It's like, I'm not doing this to be like mean to you. It's like 17 to 20 feet, something like that. It's just beyond 15.
That's okay. For my bonus action.
You know when you're like listening to the radio and it's not quite on the station, and it just kind of like dips in and out, and you kind of dip and down. It's kind of like Chris today.
What you gonna do, Chris?
I can't do 2 spells,
Correct.
but you know what I can do? I use my dust plate armor radius of radiance.
But when Chris said, you know what I can do, Barbara immediately put her fingers in her ears.
She did.
I knew it was coming.
So that's my armor. It does 1d8 radiant damage. You strike your translucent armor and it flares with a bright light in 30-foot radius. All enemy targets in the area must make a Constitution saving throw equal to your spellcasting DC. On a failure, the target takes 1d8 radiant damage and is blinded until the start of your next turn.
Did you get all that, guys?
Yeah, I think so. So the horseman and Skitch are within range, and they need to make saving throws on that.
Constitution 17.
Constitution 17. I'll do the horseman first. His Constitution modifier is +4, so he needs a 13 or better. He rolls an 8, so that is not sufficient. He fails his save.
Try and look at people now when you're blind. Can't do that.
Why are you pointing at me?
Why are you pointing at
Because the
John?
headless horseman looked at you and made you afraid.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It was just a man across the table screaming at me as he points.
Can't look at people.
I get it now. Thank you.
Skitch's Constitution is +2, so I need a 15 or better.
Okay. Roll bad.
Oh, I rolled a 13, which is not quite good enough.
Yeah, that's good.
So both the horseman and Skitch are blinded by this. And do they take damage?
Yes, they take 3 radiant damage.
Blinded by the cleric.
Oh, because they failed the thing. This is in addition to the 3d8.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or 1d8. It's 1d8.
1d8? That was 3.
You're looking
No,
at-
3d8 is the spirit guardian, 1d8's from his armor.
8d8 is the cone of
my
cold.
God.
Yes.
Sorry, there's things stacking on top of stacking on top of stacking.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
All right, Barney, what else?
What a simple rogue.
I shall complete my turn.
Excellent job.
Elga.
Okay. I want to bite one of the hags.
Whoa.
Who's closest to me?
Elga's in
There's
like
only
her
one
own little
available.
fight over there.
There's only, yeah, I guess there's
Well,
only one left.
we don't know that Carol's. We didn't perceive
But
Carol.
she disappeared.
Shivy dipped. Shivy dabbed and dipped.
No, but the one that's Carol.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
Shivy.
Shivy.
Right.
She'd left?
No,
Yeah,
well,
She
no.
disappeared. She
She disappeared. Nobody's rolled a perception check that's been able to notice her yet.
Yeah.
And so who's the one left?
So all you're left with at this point is
Shirok.
Skitch.
Skitch.
Yes,
And the
yes,
headless
sorry.
horse rocks in
sorry.
the Australian point.
Yeah.
I want to go up
yeah.
to Skitch and bite her.
Can you get up
Okay.
to the where the
I think so. I have 40 feet speed.
Oh, she would have been floating in the air, but we'll say at this point she's actually probably prone.
Prone.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
ground.
And I want to use my bite of sucking, which could use your action to drain the life force of a creature. Target takes 1d4 piercing damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, you could do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. This ability recharges after a long rest. Target must have blood and exposed skin or flesh to be eligible for this ability, which I assume they do.
That's a good question.
Skitch is the sibling
see.
that's getting all of the punishment from the parents while the other is dipped.
I want to say this. Skitch or whatever is blinded,
Prone.
prone, and in the magic circle.
Right.
Thank you for not saying
So that is
cage.
like so many disadvantages.
Yeah.
They're like triple disadvantage.
Yeah, Skitch does meet all of those qualifiers.
Okay.
What's the spell save DC on that?
It is a Constitution saving
Constitution
throw.
save.
15.
15.
Hey, Gus, good luck.
Good
Thank
luck on
you.
this.
Constitution is +2. I need a 13 or better.
Okay. Should I? Well, I have a attack roll.
Oh, yeah. Make your attack roll. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
you're going to hit it.
14.
You also have advantage on it, like double
Oh,
advantage.
I do.
Yeah, because yeah.
Okay. So that would be 17.
Wait, would it not stack? Do you get?
No.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, there's only advantage or disadvantage. There's no like double or triple.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
So then I failed to save.
And that would be 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I think I feel like I get something back from that too.
On a failed Constitution save, the creature takes 1d4 necrotic damage and you regain half of the damage dealt as HP.
Gotcha. Okay.
So additionally, you do 1d4 necrotic damage and then half of that total damage you get back.
So I'd roll a 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's an additional 1.
Hey, it's good. They'll take it.
Yeah. Necrotic.
What's it
And
taste
then-
like? What year? Vintage?
Very vintage. A nice cab.
Notes of.
Notes of cigarette smoke. Bitterness. Anger.
So it's a California wine.
Shots fired at California.
Right, I know.
Apparently.
Hello.
And then I'm going to slash at her for my second attack
With
my great axe of gaining,
Cool.
if that is all right.
I would say do it recklessly, but you don't need to.
I don't need to. 25
And believe it or not, that's a
to
hit.
hit. And then that does
roll again. Maybe you'll get a crit.
9 points of damage.
All right. You got greedy Chris over
Do
here.
you want me to roll again?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, I guess I could.
He sounds like
No, it's not a crit.
he sounds like when Voldemort was still on the back of that guy's head. Turn me around so I can see him.
Although I am raging as well. So does that do +2? So I guess it'd be 11 points of damage.
To both of them.
Would the suck? Would the bite?
No, I think you have to have a weapon.
I think it's a
for-
weapon
yeah.
attack, yeah.
Although some may argue my teeth are my weapon. Don't let my axe know that.
Don't tell my
Don't
accent.
tell my axe. Okay. That's it for Elga.
Wait.
Well, what?
I roll temporary hit points again. I
Oh,
roll
it doesn't matter. 'cause
It
that-
does. He's loud today. He's
9.
He's in a right mood.
You're back up to 9.
You know what I realize is that Chris can't see you guys.
I can't.
It doesn't matter because that's pretty much it for Skitch.
Oh, Skitch is dead.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You've dealt with Skitch. You've banished Shirok. Shivy is invisible, but at that point, Shivy reappears next to you, Chip.
There she is.
And
Do I get the hint that it's okay to engage
yeah,
now?
she no longer looks like Shivy, but rather everyone else sees her as Carol. I think, Chip, you're the only one who saw her transform from Shivy to Carol, but from everyone else's perception, Carol appears out of nowhere next to you, Chip.
Big long hug. Big long. Thousands of years of yearning have led to this hug.
Yeah, she embraces you in a passionate, albeit warty kiss.
Oh yeah.
I'll explain everything, but my mission is not over yet. I need to report back immediately to my handler at Sheath.
Jeez, wait, hold on
Dagger.
a minute.
How long do we have?
She's,
wait,
at that point,
How long do we have, honey?
you hear her slur,
Chip.
and she collapses into your arms, unmoving.
Oh, what?
Find out what happens
What?
on the
No!
next episode.
What did
of
she give me?
Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
Why?
Oh
My
yeah,
wife!
she gave you something. We'll have to find out what that is next time too.
My
Chip,
wife.
why did that hag kiss you?
What? You are cheating on Carol.
Jesus.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. This was fun. Let's do it again next week.
Yeah. New
maybe-
gum shirt and dice box.
Dice tray.
Trey, get him.
Or
And
Chris
you know
will
you
keep yelling at you.
know you have to get it because Chris is yelling at you. And all of us.
And check out Stinky Dragon Pod on social media. We'll post Chris's beautiful map. I'm looking at it again right now.
gosh.
All right,
Bye.
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 Did you know you can directly support the show by subscribing at stinkydragonpod.com/first? You can join amazing little stinkers like Spaghetti JPEG. I would download that JPEG. Cryx, Ghost Riddle with a bunch of numbers in there, Zerion, Mashley, and J97. Keep those bizarre usernames coming in. Listen to me stumble through them. All of those people I just said, they're directly supporting the show and they get access to more great content like Second Wind. You can interact with us on the subscriber-only Discord channels and events and more. Again, that's stinkydragonpod.com/first. Can't thank you enough for your support that lets us make this show. Listeners that interact with us on social media and Discord have NPCs named after them in this episode, like Shivey, aka Carol the Green Hag, user Shivey Ivy on Reddit, voiced by Laura Rothamel at Laura Rothamel, Sketch the Blue Hag, named after at Jessica Sketches on Instagram, voiced by Jessica Vazami at Jessica Vazami, Shirak the Purple Hag, named after at Just Shirakumo on Twitter, voiced by Murphy Geschwind at Sunny Shore City. The Stinky Dragon channel is managed by Ben Ernst. This episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon was produced by Kai Cook. Written, edited, and composed by Micah Reisinger with additional editing work by David Saunier. Head over to stinkydragonpod.com/first for all things stinky. Tune in next time for another thrilling episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
Can I take a moment to commend Chris for unwrapping his candy cane off microphone this time?
Hey, he's learning.
That's amazing. I cannot see Chris, and I did not hear it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's super quiet. It's a candy cane.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm sucking it, not just chewing it up.
That's good, Chris. That's good.
Chewing?
Very good.
Yeah.
He caught himself midway through talking. Never mind.
How old are you today?